Hi, welcome to the channel. David here, and here we talk about how you create your own reality. We really take a deep dive into actually what is reality, how it works. So if you're into the weird and wacky spiritual world, if you really want to dive deep into how all this kind of stuff works, then you're in exactly the right place, and I'll see you in the video. Welcome to this video. So what is the language of the universe? Well, we know that right now we're not speaking it and it's not going well. We just don't understand or accept that there is something a lot more than the physical world going on. Those of us exploring spirituality, self-awareness, all those types of things, then we understand it to a degree, but still we're not using it. Now, what gives us the closest understanding to the language of the universe is things like emotions and beliefs. Because it doesn't really matter what you say, but you can say anything you want to somebody. What will actually happen in your world is whatever you believe in, whatever you focus on, whatever you choose to make significant internally into you. So you can tell somebody everything's absolutely great. Internally, you're having a real terrible time. And what's going to play out, the events that are going to be attracted to you, your emotions in your body, the health of your body is all going to be about the energy, the thoughts that you have. And so the key to understand here is that the language of the universe is psychic, it's mental, it's emotional, and it has nothing to do with anything that you say. It's really all about what you think. Thought is energy. We know everything here is energy and consciousness. And so that's what we're interacting with, an ocean of energy, as you may have thought of it. So in this video, let's have a look at how that works. At the end, I'll give you an exercise that's really helpful for me and my students. So the first thing we need to understand is whatever you think, whatever your thoughts are going on in your mind, whatever's predominant for you over a really long period of time, then that's going to be your predominant belief system, the predominant system that you're sending out into the superhighway of this reality. And that's really key, because when you understand that the superhighway, the field that we're actually interacting with, that time and space make no difference. In fact, your beliefs about time and space actually impact the field as well. How long something has to take, that you might have had an illness or an ailment for a particular period of time, and so you don't think you can get rid of it quickly. That's not true. The field will quite literally reflect and respond to you in exactly the way that you believe it should and it could. And so that's why our first language, your first language, is psychic. So what can you do? Well, what you really can do is begin to understand what are your core beliefs. So let's get right into that. Okay, so there are two types of beliefs that I want to talk to you about that I work with and that are really, really helpful. So the first one to understand is core beliefs. So core beliefs are things that generally we unconsciously accept to be true. Things like time. We accept generally, invisibly, that we can't control our reality. We believe that we're floating on a planet in space. We believe that we're physical. We believe that we have to, as we get older, that we have to fall apart. We believe a lot of things about this world, and they are core beliefs. And the power of core beliefs is that we often don't challenge them. So one core belief that we can talk about is time. So a lot of people will think that they have to fall apart as they get older, that cause and effect exists, that if they have an illness or an ailment for a particular amount of time, it's going to be difficult to shift. There's a whole bunch of other beliefs. And the second belief are satellite beliefs. They're those beliefs that are attached, if you like, to that core belief. So another belief is that it's not a safe environment that we're in. That's why we have insurance. That's why people take out insurance. That's why people lock their doors. That's why they do all those types of things. So if that's you, then just have a think about, what is that core belief that you have about this world, about this reality? Because what then happens is that belief then begins to emanate from you. It quite literally attracts events it attracts people. Your thoughts, your beliefs turn into events that you then have to interact with in this reality. So for example, if you believe that you're not safe, what happens then is that you create the circumstance of attracting events and people and feelings and other ideas around not being safe. And the difficulty with that, of course, is that it's endless. You've got to consistently think about your behavior. However, if you just remove that belief and begin to accept that you're safe, that I create a safe universe, maybe that could be a belief that you could cultivate. I create a safe universe. Then actually everything else attached to that belief, all your behaviors, all your thoughts, all your feelings, and the events will simply just drop away. You're kind of removing the core of the program, if you like. And psychically, you're sending a message into reality, going through the psychic, emotional and mental superhighway, and quite literally you'll attract events that will show you that you're safe. And so that's why your beliefs become events, and that's why it's really important to understand that. So an exercise would be to then write down your core beliefs around time, beliefs around safety, beliefs around money. Lots of people have a core belief that that money's not easy to get, or that money, there's something wrong with it in some fashion. So write down all those beliefs, put them in the middle, and then write down a load of beliefs around them, those satellite beliefs, and have a think about how you can begin to remove the core of that programming that you've picked up somewhere, and quite literally all the other satellite beliefs will drop away and your reality will change. Okay, so the next one we need to have a look at is emotions. Okay, so let's talk about emotions. So what are emotions? Well, emotions are the language of the universe, and they are the energetic rocket fuel to your beliefs. So how you feel is really more important than what you think often. But the key thing to remember, and what people don't understand, is that your emotions come after your beliefs. It's not the other way around. Your beliefs drive your emotions. If you've ever studied NLP or hypnosis or anything like that, you'll realize that once you begin to change your beliefs, then your emotions respond in kind. So you're not a victim to your emotions. How you feel about yourself, about the world, all those types of things, it's based on what you believe about the world. The emotions are responses to that. And it's also really key to recognize that if an event happens to you and then you feel annoyed about it, or you feel upset, or you feel a victim, or whatever it would be, it's not actually that the event comes first and the emotion second. Your feeling of not being worthy, or your feeling of feeling sorry for yourself, or that life doesn't go your way, or whatever it would be, that actually creates the event in the first place. So it's quite interesting to think about that when you have an event that happens to you that, it's either good or not so good, whatever it would be, your immediate emotional reaction is actually the cause of the event. It's not the other way around. So the order of things is you have a bunch of beliefs. Your core beliefs are your drive, your reality. They are the thing that underpins your experience. You then create emotions based on those. And the stronger the core belief, the more deeply you'll feel those emotions. And the challenge is often that we don't know how we feel. We're not aware of what we think and that what we believe, and therefore we're not really aware of what we feel. We tend to live on the kind of surface level of our emotions and our thoughts. So the key here is to recognize that your emotions are the things that push your beliefs into physical reality. And the things that you experience within your physical reality based on your emotions, based on your beliefs, are mostly symbolic. Often they tie in exactly, but they're often symbolic as well. So look at the events in your life. Look at how you feel about your life. Look at how you feel about events, and you realize and you begin to work with those. So create some positive feelings first. Go back to your beliefs, look at your core beliefs, then go to look at your satellite beliefs and begin to play around with those. Create some positive feelings about yourself, not in the future and not about the past, but right now. And what then happens is that forces your beliefs into physical reality, kind of pushes through the boundary from thought energy and feeling energy into physical events, and then you'll begin to see the correlation between the two. So that's really important. Your emotions are the rocket fuel to your beliefs that bring your beliefs into physical reality. And so what's the last part of the puzzle? Well, it's expectation. And we're going to talk about that for a minute and really get you to understand that it's expectation that flips your beliefs and your emotions into your reality. And we've got to understand that we get what we expect to get. And we need to just have a quick chat about that in the next section. See you there. Enjoy that little journey there. So what is expectation? Well, expectation really is a belief, isn't it? It's a belief based on understanding. So when I leave my house and I come back, I expect it to be there. If I look out of my window here, my car's parked outside, I expect the car to be there. I expect certain things. And that's where you've got to get to. You've got to be able to recognize that and understand the system of what's happening here in this place. And when you do, you get a level of expectation. I know absolutely with complete certainty that when I bring my beliefs together with my emotions and expectations, that something's going to happen. I expect some kind of result. And that's the level that you want to get to. So how do you cultivate it? Well, you can kind of choose to have it. You can say, you know, I'm going to choose to expect something to happen. Then what you need to do is relax, let it go. Once or twice a day, just feed into that, maybe do a little meditation or a visualization of what you want to happen, then let it go again. But remember that what tends to happen is after a couple of days of things not happening, expectation drops, and that's where the danger is. And that's why for a lot of people, this idea of conscious creation, law of attraction, how we create our own reality falls down. And that's what you need to really get over. So don't allow yourself to drop in your energy, to drop in your expectation. If it doesn't begin, if you don't get some kind of feedback, say in 2 or 3 days or 4 or 5 days, something like that, I would revisit your beliefs, revisit your expectation, and have a think about what beliefs could be getting in the way. And that's really key. So remember, just to round it off, and if you like this video and you want more, please do subscribe to the channel. Fundamentally, what you need to do in order to transform your life in any way, shape or form is explore your core beliefs. They're the drivers of your experience. Have a look at your satellite beliefs. What else do you believe about yourself and that type of thing? Also then have a look at your emotions. How do you feel? And do you think that your beliefs and emotions are in line? Often people, they have a false sense of, yeah, no, everything's okay, you know, and that type of thing. But actually underneath, they're actually feeling pretty sad and upset and annoyed or shameful or guilty or whatever it would be. So they're the things you want to go to. You can think that you think something, but emotionally, that's where the energy is. The core beliefs and the emotion, that's where the energy is. And if you want to change something, deliver and add a good dose of expectation, and then you'll start to see some results. So that's it. I hope you found that useful. It was fun to make this video, and I will post another one probably in a few days talking about anything else. If you've got anything else that you want explored, I've been doing this and having out-of-body experiences since I was 3 and having lots of experiences. I was a healer for 10 years and you know, I had one of the first spiritual centers in the UK. So if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments and I'll get back to you. That's it for today. Have a great day. I hope that you found that of interest and useful, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.